Week 10 is in the books in Oklahoma high school football. Welcome into the playoff edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Corey along with the head coach, Kirk Frederick. That sounds pretty good, playoffs, doesn't it?
It does. Week 11. Never get tired of hearing the word playoffs, without a doubt. And half the teams are finished and going on to wrestling and basketball and that dreaded word that I don't use that starts with off. No, playoffs. It's a wonderful time. My favorite time of the year. Holidays right around the corner, and nothing's better for a high school football coach.
And you can tell it's playoffs because Coach got a little list going on. All right, so when you take a look at what happened in Week 10, it was not a terribly big surprise. An Edmond North team that had struggled, they did play a little bit better offensively late, but you guys just came out on fire.
We did. We started really quick, and we were able to get those guys some playing time, kind of see if we had our guns ablazing, and I thought that Peyton played very well. I thought Darius ran the football very well. We were able to get the ball to a couple of different guys and several guys scoring on the night. And then we obviously did some substitutions early on and got a lot of guys a lot of playing time on our senior night and got to celebrate those kids. But all in all, a good night, good performance. There were some times where you had some frustrating things, but it also gave us an opportunity to look at some things to correct, even in Week 10, trying to get a little bit better.
When you look at those numbers, what makes you the most happy?
I think the biggest thing is obviously being able to hold the rushing yards under 100 is really good. I think that, being pretty balanced offensively is another big deal, being able to run the football that well, and then just converting on third downs. I mean, we were able to do a really good job on third downs defensively. Offensively, we had about half of our third downs we converted on over the entire game, and that's including guys that maybe second or third string guys.
I really like the penalties again, lack of there, 3 for 35 yards. All right, so we get to our players of the game. I was really happy to see Spencer Shadle was your offensive player of the game. That young man ended the season, I thought, has really brought his best game.
In the locker room, the term with Randy Moss, somebody got Moss. So now it's somebody got Shadled. That's kind of become a thing, and affectionately, Spencer has gained so much confidence, and that's one of the things that's really helped him become a player. We knew he had that ability, but he's converted quarterback, and it took some time. And Spencer, at times is unassuming with his speed, and then just his ability to go up and get the ball. We had a great highlight. Excited for Spence.
And Trey Thompson, who was so excited to be back on defense in the last, here lately, and he was bouncing around. Yeah,
Trey brings a lot of energy to the game. Trey is an outstanding football player, an outside backer, had several solo tackles and just creating energy. Also, one of the things that we talked about is trying to force turnover. So he caused a turnover. He's constantly trying to rip that ball out and do those kinds of things. So you can tell that he's taking to the coaching from Coach Dupree and Coach Foster and really making an impact on our defense.
And then, of course, Kyler Pearson on special teams, and Kyler could be almost your player of the game at almost any place.
Yeah, so steady back there, being able to have a Pearson back there. I think that's the third time we've had a Pearson returning punts for us. Even Kel did that until he became our quarterback. So, but Kyler back there is sure is steady, had some great returns. I think if you add in his return yards, Edmond North's punter averaged 18 yards per punt. So a lot of hidden yardage in there that our special teams gave us.
Yeah, that's important, especially for the playoffs. All right, when we come back, we'll get to the first half highlights of Union Edmond North Week 10 next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Union fans, stay connected with your favorite team all year long with the official app of the Union Redskins. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Union Redskins athletic app will keep you up to date with all things Union. Schedules, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Union Redskins. You can download it today for free in the App Store and Google Play.
Welcome back. It's the Union Football Coaches Show. The head coach, Kirk Frederick. I'm Rick Corey. Let's get right to first half highlights of Union against Edmond North. And we got something special here, Coach.
Yeah, really cool. Obviously, you know, you come out of the tunnel. We've done this all year. Our booster club helped us out, and operations people put some laser lights in our hallways. It's a neat deal, man. You talk about the music playing, things flashing. Our guys have a great time coming out of the tunnel. I think if you were to ask our seniors, you're going to say that's probably one of the highlights of this year, is having that home field environment that we bring out. Start off right away with the kick return with Kyler there. He gets us a kick return outside the 40. Offense in great position, get the ball out to JT, and so explosive, so much speed and strength in the way he runs the football. Really a good job. Another misdirection, make Edmond run just a little bit. Good block, good safe block there by Darius. Smart play there, and KP gets us a lot of yards, and then come right back over the top, and love the play there for Spencer. We talked about that. Love seeing kids celebrate, and man, what great protection. Good play action call by Coach Ropke, and then Spencer Shadle with the big catch there in the end zone.
And your quarterback's just been so good lately.
Oh, he's put the ball, Peyton has done such an outstanding job. Man, love the play there by Elijah Tomlin off the edge there, makes a nice stop. Good pressure underneath, great coverage by Cameron Watts down the field. Really love the way the guys played the other night, and just the pressure that's coming in. Great blitz by our junior linebacker, Jake Rogers. Don't like seeing the errant snap there, the errant handoff, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, we did turn the ball over a couple times the other night. Puts our defense in a tough position, but right away, Nick Jones comes in, makes a really good stop. There's Jake again. Elijah coming up, the big hit off the edge. Got pressure, squeezed the quarterback out. Good job by Isaiah McGuire and JT McLeod downfield, again with good coverage. Going to get the ball outside just a little bit, and Torrey, man, what a night he had. Torrey, I think, had about 4 or 5 catches, did a really good job getting the ball to the outside. There's Darius being smart with the football, picking up positive yardage, get the little zip action there, and then Darius just splits it. Great job by our offensive line. You can see the way those guards, look at the great block by our tight end, Brock Henry, and then Quentin Barnes as he wraps around. We caved down the front side there with Harker and really split it and let Darius go in for a big touchdown.
Right back to D.
Back on defense, you see Nick with good pressure inside. You got Ricky in there as well. Mason Givens doing a good job. Good pressure up front. Quarterback nowhere to go with it. And JT, I tell you, I don't think Peyton could have thrown it to him any better there. So we kind of laughed that one off, but JT again with good coverage, and then come right back to work. You can see again, excellent job by Ricky downfield. Again, Darius, good blocking by KP. Those guys love blocking for each other. Of course, Torrey with good speed around the corner there. Another good throw and catch, and Kyler Pearson in for the touchdown. Great throw here by Peyton. Good protection. Jacob Fuller in there, an offensive tackle for this game. Just had a great night, senior night, playing offensive tackle. Come back and force the errant throw there to the outside. Again, pressure in his face, guys covering down the field. Not real sure where that football went. I'm not sure the cameraman knew either. There were a few of those that were thrown, I think, in the stands even.
Yeah, pretty close.
Coming back here with another great scheme there by Coach Davis with our kick return, our punt return block. And then you see KP just going to work, doing a great job. Excellent blocking down the field by all those guys, and get a huge return on the night. Love the play. You get a great block by Mason inside. Ricky just continues to block his guy. He may have carried his defensive lineman probably about as far as Elijah there on the touchdown. See Ricky down the field, and love seeing Elijah Tomlin in for the score.
Yeah, he ran pretty tough the other day.
Got Murdoch with pressure inside. Great play there by Jaquan Sanders at corner. Did an excellent job there on the edge. One of the things I thought the defense broke down a little bit on our edges the other night. You see Dawson Prock come in and make a nice play. JoJo Nichols with another stop there off that edge. There's Big Ricky again playing defensive line and just runs over. There's Dawson, and sure hope our chain crew guys in good shape after that big hit there by Mason going out of bounds. Nice play there by Jaquan, deflecting the pass down the field. And you can see many of our guys, what a great play there. Cameron Watts tips it up in the air, and then A.J. Green going to do it the hard way, going the long way around. And that's one thing that kid can do, is he can run. It looked like he was running the 200-meter around that corner, and interception return. What a great play.
He got some help over there too. Watch the guys rally to block for him.
Nice job, good coverage all the way around, and great blocking there. Once we figure out which direction he's headed, he gets right around the corner, and of course Jaquan escorting him. And I didn't know Jaquan could run that fast too. He's keeping up with him step for step. Keith Dorsey in there as well. You know, that's the good and the bad news is you make a defensive score, you go right back to work. You know, so those guys are right back to work, doing a good job. You see Panther in there making a nice stop. What a great play from the corner position on the outside there by Jaquan again. Guys with good pressure underneath, got great coverage there. Trey Thompson underneath, and we force Edmond North with another punt. There's AJ again running tough on a little screen play to the outside. Darius, man, let's just look at the way we get that edge sealed up there. Great job by the O-line inside. Outstanding job. You get Murdoch in there making a nice play at the guard position, and those guys just playing really well. AJ with good coverage down the field. You see Isaiah McGuire comes a little bit underneath there, and we lose it, but it forces the quarterback out of the pocket. And a great coverage there by both linebackers there with Rogers and Keith Dorsey.
Jacob can close now, can he?
He really can. Come back to work. What a great protection. And you see that Peyton there throws a nice ball. KP catches another deep ball down the field. It was good to see that. I know he had missed a couple of those, and loved seeing those two guys connect on a deep play down the field. Great block by Brock Henry inside, doing a really good job. Darius getting the ball inside the 10, and we come right back. That ball at field level is just a laser in there. Great job by Peyton, and Torrey Dillard gets the touchdown.
And it's terrific by Torrey as well. That's not an easy catch if you're worried about your feet and everything else.
There's no doubt about it. Good job inside. They throw a little play inside. You see Michael Walker and Josh Frederick on the play. Just miss a little bit there in the gap. They pick up a few yards there. You see Damari Beard at nose guard. There's Trey again trying to pop that ball loose. Does a great job getting the ball out. We get a big-time recovery inside. And love the play by Trey. Pops it loose, and you see Cameron Watts jump in there and get on the ball. Second defensive turnover of the half, and get our offense back in and get those guys going to work.
There goes Mr. Yards After Contact.
Yards after contact. Jalen Smith in there. You see Eglinton there at guard doing a nice job. I don't know, how far did you guys have this measured off? 54?
54, yeah.
54 yards, get good protection, and thing just shot off like a rocket.
He hammered it.
Noah Rauschenberg, 54-yard, good hold there inside, good protection, and just nails a 54-yarder like it's nothing.
He looked like a golfer with a good swing, too,
Without a
didn't
doubt.
he?
He was holding it there just a little bit. Fun senior night for those guys. Guys inside, what a great play there by Panther. Just takes on the center. Looked like the old Oklahoma drill there. Makes a play. Proc under pressure, and let the receiver get behind us there just a little bit. They pick up the first down. A lot of guys playing well. There's Trey in there forcing it. A lot of Redskins. There's Proc in there again. Had a really good night. A lot of tackles on the night with Dawson Proc. They get the little pass to the outside. We misfit just a little bit. Gets it down here close to the red zone. And you can see our guys are just battling. Keith Dorsey in there doing a nice job on defense. They do a little play action. Nowhere to go with the football. And he kind of just buys a little more time, and unfortunately, the guy makes a great throw, great catch for Edmond North.
But that's still a pretty doggone good first half at 45-7. You got a lot of work for guys coming up, but you really got a lot of guys twos in late in the first half, and that's good to see.
It is. You know, you get guys in when they're able to go in and maybe when the game is a little more intense rather than what you might call mop-up duty towards the end of the game. Our guys did a great job coming in and competing.
All right, so when we come back, we'll talk about what the halftime speech was and the second half highlights of Union and Edmond North.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independent Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independent Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
Back for the second half highlights of the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey with Kirk Frederick, the head coach of the Redskins. The halftime speech was short. As a matter of fact, all he said was, let's go play. So let's go look. Second half is already a very nice Union lead, but you got to come out and play.
It is. We've got to come out. We've got to want to do a good job. And guys that are on the field, the substitutions, we want them to play well. A.J. Green comes out, makes a nice stop. Good job inside. You see our guys fitting well. Micah Walker stepping in there. Keep your head up, Micah, as you make that stop. Unfortunately, we tried to undercut the route and we miss it. They've got good players too, and they bust a big one here on this first drive. Come back to the outside. Again, we're coming up, forcing well from the corner position. I think Stanton Coleman come in, make a nice play there. Good job inside. Dawson Prock again with a nice stop. Defensive line rushing hard. We lose a little bit contained. Micah comes in late to keep it there, and Keith Dorsey and Grant Crooms in there with good coverage. Jacoby Gibbs, good pressure to the outside, keeping the quarterback there. Nice job inside, and on fourth down, Josh Frederick knocks the ball away and saves the drive for us. Come back inside, Jalen Smith doing a nice job running the football, as you said, yards after contact. Really strong tailback, does a really good job with it.
So is Xavier.
Xavier Dandridge in there. You got two backs in there doing a good job. Just unfortunate we couldn't pick up the first down. You get Gage Wright and Elijah Goree, two D linemen seniors. Proud of those guys coming in, making a nice stop. There's Grant Crooms as well. The big play underneath. And again, just kind of a busted coverage that we need to communicate a little bit better, but hats off to them. They're continuing to compete and get down the field. Oh man, Trent just put a perfect ball in there. Trent DeSmit, nice ball out there to Jalen, and I know he wishes he could have that one again. Xavier Dandridge, good tough running, good athlete, run the football, gets the ball inside. You got a good block in there by Marley, kind of seals that edge to that side, and guys are playing really tough inside.
These guys never go backwards.
Jack Harris does a great job at guard, pinning that defensive lineman. You can see it here. He does a great job getting sealed in there. Eglinton in there, and then you can see that X going all the way down just to the 1 yard line. You see Trent, we come back here, try to get the ball to the corner there, trying to get it to B. White. Just a little bit overthrown, and so we've got him pinned deep. We need to go to work defensively. Grant comes up. Dawson Prock makes a nice play. You can see a good hard fill by the linebacker, by Ryan Harris, and spills it out there to the defense, to Grant Crooms, and he's able to make that play. Coming back in, Keith Dorsey making a nice stop. Davion Palmer in there making some good plays. You can see Dawson coming in, good pressure inside by several guys, and nowhere to go with the ball. Good coverage down the field.
They're really swarming.
A lot of guys playing hard, trying to do the things they can. You know, it's important to them, that fourth quarter, trying to keep those touchdowns from taking place. Got good coverage down the field. Really excited there for DeAndre Harris as he made a really nice stop there. Good play inside. You got Josh Frederick, several other guys in there making a play. Got Josh Peoples in there with great pressure down the field, and quarterback with nowhere to go with the ball. Got good coverage down the field. Force them to punt. Got Braden White down on recovery. Had a really good return early on. Unfortunately, we just kind of mishandled, trying to do too much there. Gives in the ball back in that territory, and got a lot of guys that need to come in and make a good stop. See, they get to the edge on us just a little bit. Grant comes in there. You see Ryan Harris making a nice stop. D lineman playing tough underneath. Another short little hitch route. You see Keith Dorsey making a nice play. Big tackle for loss inside there by Damari Beard. Makes a great play. Just beats the center. What a great job by our senior defensive nose guard.
He almost got there at the same time the handoff did.
There's no doubt about it. Got a lot of guys coming in. Christian Anderson. Got Joe Cleary in there making a nice stop. Good coverage down the field, and forces the quarterback, has nowhere to go with the ball. They're down inside. They're making them earn every single yard we can. And you can see again, they get the ball down to the 1. Got a nice stop inside, and unfortunately, we just not enough in the tank there, but they get it in and score on us. Coming back here in the closing moments of the game, and you see a great return. There's AJ again, got good speed, great blocking down the field. Guys just doing an outstanding job. Des McDaniels with the lead block. And then, of course, we get Jalen in there, makes a nice play.
And even getting a new quarterback in there.
Got Jake Miller in. What a great play, great throw, great catch to B. White off the boot. Really proud of Jake getting in there and just kind of sophomore quarterback executing the offense and leads them down to a touchdown.
And you know all Xavier's thinking right there is don't fall down, don't fall down, don't fall down.
There's no doubt about it. You got Harker in there at center. Harker's done a really good job all night. Came in and started for us and did a nice job. Got a great block on that last one. Really proud of Matthew Harker and a senior that comes through for you when you need him. And it all kind of came together on senior night. Good job by our guys inside. A lot of guys making plays. Really proud of those guys. There's Ryan Harris on a blitz. Comes in, makes a nice stop. There's Damari again. Lots of guys playing really well. Got a nice block inside, and again, just our guys playing really tough, doing an outstanding job. Really proud of those guys of the way that they're playing. Hunter Colley in there at tight end, makes a nice stop, nice block, gets off of that edge, and of course Jalen doing a really good job of just pushing the pile and getting some positive yards as we close the game out.
So that's getting it for week number 10. You know what really struck me during the last couple of weeks is how much fun your team looks like they're having.
They really are. You know, it's one of those things that I'm really excited about our seniors. You know, we talk a lot about them, but just the spirit they bring to practice every day. You know, what we do at practice is hard. I mean, there's a lot of work, but just the attitude that they bring. Guys are having fun, and I appreciate you noticing that. And, you know, we love it. We know that it's close. We know that the playoffs are right here with us, and they were excited about that opportunity.
Like we always say, it's not the best team, it's the team that's playing best, and it never hurts if you're both. All right, when we come back, we'll get up close and personal, and then we'll talk playoffs right here on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Hey Union students, show off your Union spirit by wearing Union gear, only available at the UWear store. The UWear store has athletic gear, clothing, and other merchandise so that you and your friends can look stylish while repping the U. The UWear store has the best quality items and is partnered up with major brands such as Nike, Under Armour, and even Champion. For a limited time, Union High School students who present their ID at checkout will receive 10% off all items. So stop by the UWear store today and reward yourself with some awesome gear.
Tim shares his jacket.
Don thinks he's kinda nice.
Danny shares with Beth.
On a beach in paradise.
Robert shares his dance moves.
Then he shares a spin.
Victor shares with Emily.
But she's more into Quinn.
Kevin shares a song and the spotlight with Colleen.
Nick shares with Vince's to the DJ who's 19.
Deja shares with Curtis.
After her curfew.
Sharing's always better when I share a Coke with you.
Welcome back to the Union Football Coaches Show. It is playoff time, but before we talk about that, let's take a closing look at the season, and that's Week 10, and that's up close and personal.
Yeah, we got some great picks here by by Dean. Just does an outstanding job. Love this picture here. We got Elijah Tomlin, played a lot of defense for us and also has helped us at running back and had a big touchdown in the game. Good buddy of his, the other outside backer, Trey Thompson there, that was a great game, defensive player of the game. There's that catch by Torrey, just a nice play right there by the pylon, and what a good receiver he's developed into throughout the year. Xavier Dandridge, got a senior in there running the football. Xavier, good athlete, been a great teammate and doing a really good job carrying the football. Brock Henry, the snapper for the 54-yarder. Doesn't start without Brock up there, and then of course Noah has just done a great job kicking. Love the block here on the interception return, and a great job there by Jake Rogers. And then wouldn't want to be that quarterback right there. Trey coming in on pressure. Great job by Trey.
And if he misses him, Dawson's going to lay the wood.
Yeah. There's Coach Ropke, our quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator, giving instruction during the timeout. Coach Ropke does an outstanding job, and excited direction he's got our offense as we head into the playoffs.
Once again, quarterback being pursued.
Quarterback being chased by Josh Peoples, junior defensive end, doing a really good job. And of course, sophomore quarterback Jake Miller came in on that boot play. You can see his eyes down the field. A big moment for a sophomore. Excited he was able to come in and lead our team down to a touchdown.
All right, so playoffs are here, and our guys were madly kind of putting together brackets the other night during our broadcast. I know you had people doing the same thing. We now know who it's going to be and where, so just lead us a little bit into Edmond Santa Fe.
Yeah, Edmond Santa Fe is a really good football team. We played them last year in the playoffs. I had a lot of young talent, a lot of sophomores and juniors that were starting at that time. Those guys have grown up a little bit. Lance Tigner, who was offensive line coach for us for many years here, is now their offensive coordinator this year. So I see a little bit of taste of Union and Norman North in what they're doing. Got a really good quarterback, good defensive end, and it's going to be a good test for us.
All right, so that one is Friday night.
Friday night here.
At Chapman Stadium. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the bracket for what is our side of the playoffs, if you will. Union and Santa Fe. And you'll see Putnam City North against Jinx on this side as well. Then Moore against Broken Arrow, Norman, Owasso. Anything surprise you in there?
Well, you know, the thing I think is we was talking about the names changing. You know, the PC North, Norman, and Moore. Those are three teams that weren't in the playoffs last year and have had just outstanding years. And of course, you got to say go East, right? You know, I mean, they got the East Side teams in there, but it's always interesting as a coach this time of year when you look at your district. You know, you look at Moore. We've played Moore. We know what that's like. We've played Broken Arrow. You know, you kind of root for your district just a little bit, and you hope there might be, you know, a good quality game for a lot of people. Norman, don't know much about them, but we know about Owasso. Owasso played really well last week as well. And then PC North, to me, has kind of been my favorites all year. They've just really talented, coach well. They've got the ingredients to enough defense and good offense to I think, put up a good fight against Jinx. But you know, you got to say go East, and you feel like that those guys are going to have an advantage there. I
think the Owasso-Norman game is the one that really intrigues me, has a chance to be great. If you win this one, what happens second round?
Well, they go into the second round, which since they make the split, you know, there's only 8 teams in there, so it becomes a semifinal game. And so we would match up with the winner of PC North and Jinx in that semifinal matchup. And the OSSA only gives those brackets out, you know, the Sunday afterwards. But I'm sure it would lean toward a Tulsa area site, hopefully the University of Tulsa, and hopefully we can get some back-to-back games there. That'd
be a lot of fun. All right, so we'll come to you next week, and we'll let you know a little bit more about it. That'll be week 11. Union win right here on the Union Football Coaches Show.
The official app of the Union Redskins. You can download it today for free in the App Store and Google Play.